Hello, I'm Dr. Anthony Dallmann-Jones. Your struggle with weight might have begun while you were a child, as you gobbled food to get your share or crammed in cookies because they were restricted, or you were forced to be a star of the Clean Plate Club. Or it might have occurred shortly after you arrived on a college campus for the first time. Those late nights of studying might have led to late night binging sessions. Or you might have gained weight after the birth of your first child and have been unable to shed the weight ever since. Well, no matter what the cause, weight gain is a serious matter. It can affect your energy level, your stamina, and your overall health. Obesity has been linked to a number of diseases, including heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. But note, that was then, and this is now. Once you determine that you are overweight, you must make a commitment to bring your weight under control. And this can be a daunting venture. You have turned overeating into a habit, and reversing that habit can be challenging. You have taught yourself to think like a fat person. To reverse this trend, you need to learn to think like a thin person. And this is a totally new ball game. What exactly does this mean? To begin with, it means you must throw away your preconceived ideas about food and eating. Eating might have become a social event for you, and you need to learn to be sociable without food. This is like the struggle that alcoholics face when they must learn to socialize without beer or liquor. But just because this is a challenging lesson to learn doesn't mean you won't succeed. Of course you will. New strategies for new contours. Thinking like a thin person also means you need to develop new coping strategies. You might be viewing food as your friend, the one you turn to when things are not going your way. You may even be eating in secret because you're ashamed at how much you're eating or how fast you gobble food. You need to realize that your public persona needs to be the same as your private persona, and your diet should match both. Exercise? Yes, you can, and yes, you must. Do you know that most thin people exercise without even noticing it? Activity has just become a normal part of their day. The same thing needs to be true for you. You need to exercise as much as possible. And of course, check with your doctor before starting any rigorous exercise program. Now take heart. After just 30 days, it will become second nature for you. You just need to stick it out 30 days. And it should not be a chore. It should be a fun part of your week. Take an inventory of your preferences. Whether you like tennis or bowling, badminton, fast walking, or running, choose the activity that best represents your style. But definitely choose one. Or more than one. Then exercise diligently, preferably 6 times a week. You see, this will speed up your metabolism so that you will burn fat more quickly, which happens actually between exercising sessions. Also, you need to overcome any fear you have of exercising. As an overweight person, you might find exercise frustrating at first, and you might fear what other people will think of you when they see you exercising. You need to realize that chances are no one cares much about your exercise routine. Never allow fear or what others think get in the way of your progress. You can control this. Thinking thin also means controlling portion sizes. And I know this can be difficult, especially when eating out. However, the key to effective weight loss often lies in limiting your food intake, and that begins with portion control. You might try putting your dinner on a smaller plate to ensure that your portion sizes are not too large. And eat smaller bites, slowly and consciously. The slower you eat, the sooner you become full. And stop the eating one forkful from feeling full. You are your commitments. You know that thinking as a thin person does not happen overnight. You have spent years developing your thought patterns, and changing them will be a bit of a challenge. The important thing to remember is to take one day at a time. And keep in mind that your weight loss will not happen instantaneously. We all want instant gratification, but we also know it's silly to expect it in weight loss. Yes, it may take months of determined commitment to reach your ideal weight. But what is the rush? You're developing a new eating style that will stay with you for years. The good news is that once you get in the habit of thinking thin, it's a trait you can carry with you for life. The difference between a fat person and a thin person is not just a matter of the body, but of the mind as well. Once you realize that you can control your mind, you will be well on your way to accomplishing your weight loss goals, the immediate everyday goals, as well as making that future ideal weight happen.